Hello and welcome back to Medium Rare. My name is Rag Reynolds and today we have 4 stories to talk about. But before we jump into any of those, I do want to encourage you to check out my Twitter, check out my Instagram, and if you feel like supporting the channel, check out my Patreon as my videos are often demonetized. Links to all of these things can be found in the description down below. And now let's not waste any time, let's jump right into the first story. So our first story today, Fousey has been banned from Twitch, and it all comes down to this video. Take a look.
One of you thinks you're slick because one of you donates all this money thinking you're giving it to me, and then the next day files a complaint to PayPal asking for the money back. Actually, let me call this person out. Let's see the name. It tells me the name. Let's see who did chargebacks yesterday. Watch it be that guy. Anthony Makhlouf. Is that Amok? It is. Amok. A. Makhlouf. Amok! Wow, you are so dirty, bruh. You're not allowed to leak emails? I didn't leak emails. All I did is show the emails that PayPal sent me. That's leaking emails? That's leaking emails. No, it's not leaking emails. Ban me for leaking PayPal's emails then. Ban me. I need to smoke. You just got me past that point. Ban me right now.
So as you could see in that video, Fousey was very clearly angry, he was very annoyed, and it was all because one viewer donated him a sizable amount of money on PayPal, only to then the next day file what is called a chargeback, and that is essentially when you dispute the payment with PayPal, saying that it should never have happened, or there was some issue there for the payment being made, or like goods weren't delivered, yada yada. So this viewer filed the chargeback and essentially got their money back from Fousey. And obviously this has really upset Fousey, which in turn prompted him to get on his stream and show some emails of PayPal saying that these chargebacks had been issued. And while he was doing this Twitch stream showing the emails, he also read out the guy's name that had filed these chargebacks and did this to him. And meanwhile, when Fousey was going through all of this, there are people in his Twitch chat saying, actually, you're leaking emails right now, and that goes against the Twitch rules, and you could be banned for this. That then set Fousey off, and Fousey could be heard saying over and over again, ban me then, go ahead and ban me. And Twitch banned him. They banned him just like he asked for. And honestly, I'm a bit conflicted in how I feel here. I mean, I can definitely understand the frustration on Fousey's part. I mean, if that was me, I'd be annoyed as well. Someone sends me a decent amount of money. I think, oh, that's a nice little donation. I'll use that for this. And in your head, you might already have the money spent. And then just a day or two later, you get a charge back and says, oops, we're taking it back. What if you've already spent that money and now someone's going away and issuing a chargeback? I mean, that is a scumbag move on the guy who actually issued that chargeback. But at the same time, he should be aware of what the Twitch rules are. He should be aware that he's not allowed to show these emails, he's not allowed to read out that guy's name. He should be aware that this sort of thing is not allowed on the platform. So I've kind of no sympathy for him being banned in that regard. I have sympathy for him because of the chargebacks, but I've got zero sympathy as far as actually getting banned goes. But hey, that's just my opinion. Make sure to let me know what you think in those comments down below. And our next story today is about Dead Upload Day. Now, if you're not aware, I recently covered COPPA and the new rules and regulations coming into place on YouTube regarding kids-focused content. If you're not caught up on all of that, then I do suggest you go watch my previous video before you continue watching this one. But anyway, these rules and regulations that are being brought in because of COPPA are not rules and regulations that YouTube creators are very fond of. In large, most people seem to really dislike what is going on here, and that is why we are now having what is called Dead Upload Day. So on the 26th of November, a lot of creators are aiming to have no uploads put onto the YouTube platform as a way to kind of protest what is coming up with COPPA. Now, as far as how many creators are actually going to get on board with this, I have no idea. I have seen some popular creators who have been retweeting this on their Twitters, but as far as actually spreading it across the entire YouTube platform, I would be very surprised if you got that many people to actually join in. I'm also not personally convinced what this is actually going to achieve, if anything. I don't think it's going to achieve anything, but hey, I can appreciate the cause and I can understand that people are very frustrated with all this. And really, we're not going to know how this is all going to play out until it starts playing out. I mean, we've got until January until things start to get like really hardcore doubled down on, and that's when the policies start taking effect. So until then, we're just going to have to keep speculating on what the future of YouTube is going to be like. And now our next story is relating to South Korean boy band BTS. So BTS have been in the news a little bit recently, and it's been a kind of little bit of a clickbait because really it wasn't about BTS, but at the same time it kind of was about BTS. And if you don't know what this is all down to, is in South Korea there is mandatory military service. For every able-bodied male between the age of 18 and 35, they have to sign up and they have to enlist for 18 months minimum in the military, and they have to sign up by the time they are 28. And now the reason we're talking about BTS and boy bands in relation to this is because sometimes in South Korea exemptions can be made for top sports people, musicians and artists. However, it has been ruled that there will be no exemptions made for pop stars, and so BTS was used as an example of a pop star group that will not be exempt from military service. K-Pop Herald tweeted out, just in, K-pop male artists will not be exempted from mandatory military service according to South Korea's Military Manpower Administration today. On the request that the exemption needs to be extended to pop artists like BTS, which has raised national image, we decided not to waiver military service, considering the government position to enhance fairness and downsize the number of exemptions due to manpower shortage. The announcement comes as part of the government's reform bill that aims to tighten rules for alternative military service. And now, as you can imagine, there are a lot of fans of the pop group that are not too happy about it. There are a lot of people on Twitter who are saying, oh no, I'm crying now, or I hate to think about this, or oh no, they're going to have to get a haircut. All these other silly little things, you know, that these people are concerned about. However, there are also some BTS fans that are quite annoyed and upset with the media over the coverage of this situation. This user on Twitter said, I don't know why all these media outlets are going off on BTS not being exempt from military service. They all want to serve, they told us this like 2 years ago. Even if they got an exemption, they wouldn't have taken it. Stop using their name for clicks. And this is a sentiment that seems to go through a lot of different Twitter accounts that I was looking through. It does seem that in the past, BTS have made some sort of statement where they have said when duty calls, they will go and serve. And there have also been examples of numerous other K-pop groups who have also been called on for military service and they have gone and started to serve. And I do have to agree with these BTS fans who are quite upset with this because the way the media is portraying it, when I first looked into this story, I took it as though there had been a request made for an exemption by BTS themselves. The way this story is looking, the way all these headlines look, is as though BTS are the ones who have gone out their way to request it, when really this actually had nothing to do with BTS in the first place. Their names have just been added in because they're the biggest pop group. Anyway, let me know what you think about all this in those comments down below. And our final story today is about Keemstar versus Boogie. And our final story today is about Keemstar versus Boogie2988. And I just hit my funny bone on the table, and that wasn't very funny. Last night, Keemstar tweeted out, well, at Boogie2988, looks like you've been DMing a fake iDubbbz Twitter since 2016. Best part is, you were saying you loved Keemstar Content Cop, but you cry when you thought one was going to be made on you. This was the same time you came to me for help, cause El Presador was bullying you. Snake emoji. So essentially the story here is that in 2016, Boogie2988 had been messaging who he thought was iDubbbz on Twitter and saying that he enjoyed the Content Cop series. He was also saying specifically that he enjoyed the Keemstar Content Cop. Now, if you're not aware, Content Cop is a series by YouTuber iDubbbz in which he basically exposes popular YouTubers for all sorts of different pieces of drama and all the rest of it. But anyway, iDubbbz made one of these videos about Keemstar. Keemstar went on to make some more tweets. I avoided big stories on Boogie because I felt bad, he's always depressed and allegedly suicidal. I asked people to stop bullying him. I spent hours on the phone trying to help this man for years, and he's been snaking me this whole time. Dear Boogie, stop calling me, stop texting me. I don't deal with snakes on private calls, I deal with them publicly so everyone can see. Mask off, weirdo. Read and understand, fool. An apology without change is just manipulation. Hey, at Trisha Paytas, how big is your kitchen floor? Can you save a spot for Boogie? And now, as you'd expect, Boogie did take the time to respond to some of these tweets. Dude, regardless of my friendship with you back in 2016, I was really enjoying the Content Cop series. I since have backed off on liking it and we have become friends. I genuinely don't know what you're on about. At the time, I was under the impression that these types of videos helped us clean up the platform and made us correct behaviours. Now I realise that these videos are just damage the platform as a whole and I no longer support it and haven't for years. You know it. I will guess I will hop off Twitter. Keemstar is probably filming about me right now. I got nothing but love and respect for the man, even though I have said many times he can do bad things and he has done bad things. But I choose to celebrate the good that he does instead. I will always discuss the bad he does and always praise the good he does, and that's the kind of person I am. Always will be. I have told Keem to his face on his podcast word for word what I have said in private. I got zero things to hide. And now you will see here Boogie is responding to a deleted tweet. There are many deleted tweets from this whole exchange. On Keemstar's part, he has deleted a Twitter video, which I'll show you in a minute, and he also deleted a lot of different tweets. One of the tweets here you can see Boogie's responding to saying, I was genuinely suicidal this summer. You were right that I was wrong to talk about it though. One of my biggest regrets was in talking about it publicly or even privately. Look, I'm putting this to bed right now. Do what you're gonna do, Keemstar. You've drank the Kool-Aid and you're gonna do what you do. I know that. I've made mistakes and I've called you out on your mistakes. It's fine if you call me out on mine. Lord knows I've made plenty. I have nothing to hide. I'm tired of dealing with it. You making a video on it will allow me to put it all behind me and do what needs done. So do it with my full express permission. Do what you do best. Good luck with it. In fact, I openly invite it. I'm done fighting it. Sorry, Keem, but I am done with this graveyard bullcrap. I see through what you are doing and refuse to participate. Do what you gotta do, man. Good night. And now, just as far as some of the deleted tweets from Keemstar, I'm going to read you some of those now. So one of the deleted tweets was, as you can see here, it's not too far. The man is a manipulator and he's now going to be held accountable for the manipulation. The general public will understand soon enough. You just don't have all the receipts yet. Read, and here is where he linked a Reddit thread that goes on to try and expose Boogie and does a lot of hate on him. There was also this tweet, so we'll start at the bottom because a lot of this has been deleted. You can see at the bottom Boogie was quote tweeting Keemstar, and in the tweet Boogie was quoting, Keem had said, prove it, tweet out, if I end up dead, it's not Keemstar's fault, then I'll believe you. Boogie responded to that with, as a friend I will gladly do that. If not, when I take my life, whether or not Keemstar decided to body me really won't factor into it. I in fact encourage him to make his video and body me. I am asking him to interview me right now. He refuses. Here is your suicide pass. And then Keem responded to that saying, okay, fair enough, taking a break to read my new fave Reddit thread. And finally, Keemstar also deleted this tweet saying, more manipulation, unlike you, I'm actually getting off Twitter. I don't need to play the victim, I don't need to cry, I don't need to take a knee, I don't need to make anyone happy. I'm me and I love me. You can't relate. And now the final thing I want to show you that Keemstar did delete is a Twitter video from Keemstar. Take a look.
You keep tweeting me and you keep texting me, Keem, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. You keep spinning into this. First of all, this ain't about feelings. This is just man code. You're just being snaky. You're asking for help and then snaking behind the scenes. It's just man code. It's nothing about feelings. No one's over here hurt and upset. No, I'm just like, f this guy. I'm gonna fucking show everyone who he really is. It's that. It's not feelings. And I don't even know why you're attempting to apologize, because your apologies mean nothing, okay? You're a sick, twisted, manipulated mother that was willing to go and stop criticism on you by threatening to kill yourself. What kind of selfish, manipulating are you? Oh, iDubbbz, if you make a content cop on me, I'm going to kill myself. Like, you literally said that to him. You said that to all of his friends. You said it to every YouTuber you fucking knew so you would spread the word out to try to stop criticism. That's how bad and twisted and manipulative you are. Go f yourself. It's not about feelings. It's man code. Time to grow the f up. Big Daddy Keem about to teach you how to be a big boy, okay?
So overall here, you can tell Keemstar is very mad at Boogie. And personally, I don't actually understand it. I do not understand why he is so angry about an opinion that Boogie had 3 years ago. Boogie 3 years ago liked a video that exposed Keemstar. I don't see why Keemstar is so upset about something that happened all that time ago. I don't see how that suddenly makes Boogie a snake. And now I say this as someone who doesn't really care for Boogie that much. I'm kind of indifferent on the guy. But honestly, the way Keemstar's handling this does not seem very right at all. He's on there saying you're faking being suicidal, you're faking doing this, you're a liar, you're a manipulator, you're all this. He's going on and on about this, and I'm not sure it's necessarily the best thing for him to do, and it certainly doesn't seem to be a very nice thing to do. I don't think anyone can argue with that. As far as Boogie himself goes, I don't know if he's suicidal, I don't know how depressed he is, I really do not know. I have no idea. A lot of people have said that he's a manipulator and that he lies about all this stuff. I can't speak to that. I don't know enough about the guy. I've never spoken to the guy. I can't comment on that. What I can comment on though, however, is the fact that Boogie will go on Twitter and tweet about the same situation over and over again. He does seem to be quite self-deprecating. He does constantly try to make himself out to be some sort of poor victim type. That's the impression I get just reading these tweets. The amount of times he says, "Oh, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done," and he's going on like 7 tweets later, and he's still there saying, "Oh, I'm getting off Twitter now. Oh, I'm getting off Twitter now. Oh, I'm getting off Twitter now." You see the point? I mean, you can see this in a lot of situations with Boogie. He does this all the time. So as far as where my personal allegiances lie in this piece of drama, I don't think I'm on anyone's side. I do think that Keemstar's actions here are definitely worse than Boogie's from my point of view, but I don't think either guy comes off looking very great at all. But hey, I'm sure Keemstar might end up talking about this in a video or something at one point, and I'm sure this isn't the last we've heard of it, even if he doesn't talk about it in a video. So if there is another update, I will probably be bringing that to you. Anyway, let me know what you think about this story in those comments down below. And that's where I'm going to end today's video. As always, make sure to let me know what you thought about any and all of the topics we talked about today. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you haven't already. Make sure to subscribe if you aren't subscribed already. Turn on the little notification bell as well. And most importantly, check out the links in the description down below to catch me on social media and support the channel. And until next time, my name is Rag Reynolds, and this was Medium Rare.